Day, the 15th of April, and this is our 6th session of our home exercises for independence. My name is Monique the Physio. I'm a physiotherapist and I'm taking you through some gentle strength and balance exercises today. Today we have found another location and we are going to use the wall behind me to help do our exercises. So I just wanted to make sure that you're safe at home. So if you can set up your environment so that you're safe, make sure you've got a chair, you might have a kitchen bench, you might have a wall, something that you can lean on, a handrail, something that won't move when you lean on it. Okay, so I'm going to kick off my shoes just because I'm at home and I can. So let's start with some nice deep breathing exercises like I showed you the other day. When we do our exercises, we're going to pay attention to a nice deep in-breath and a nice exhalation. So remember, we're going to give ourselves feedback about getting the air to the bottom of our lungs. We're going to put our hands at the base of our ribs and we're going to take a nice slow deep breath in and out. So we're really trying to inflate the whole of our lungs, not just the tops for these rapid shallow breaths. We're going to try some slow deep breaths. So here we go again. Now when we take our breath this time, I'm going to get you to hold it at the top of the breath and then take a tiny bit more in. Here we go. Now hold and add a bit more in. And relax. So what I just did then was expand my lungs as much as I could, and hopefully all the little alveoli sacs at the bottom of the lungs will be popping open and then helping move any leftover phlegm or rubbish out of your lungs and back out of your body. So without further ado, we are going to move into our other exercises. I have raided the kitchen pantry again and I have found 2 identical bags of rice. These are 750 grams. So what I'm going to do is start my exercise routine today with some upper limb strengthening. Now we've done this before, so I'm going to move through this part quite quickly. There's some other things I'd like to do today. But I just wanted you to get used to finding things around your own home that you can use to help you keep active and independent and build up your bone and muscle strength. So, okay, I've got my bags of rice. Okay, let's do some upper limb strengthening now. So we're going to work our shoulder muscles. First of all, we'll do some bicep curls. So we'll just put our hands out like this and then just bend our elbows back towards us, just up and down. And remember to do our nice deep breathing. We'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this time I just want to turn my chair around so that I'm going to face you when I do this exercise. And I'm going to pick up something a little heavier. Now I've got some fruit juice here. It's in a 1 litre pack, which is about 1 kilo. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall in my chair, pull my shoulders back as much as I can, and I'm going to take my hands directly out to the side, my arms. I'm going to try and keep that level. I'm just going to work the muscles between my shoulder blades. I'm going to take my hands back just a bit and forward. So here we go. We might bring them more forward like this. So we'll go back as far as we can. But the aim of this exercise is to squeeze together these parts of your shoulder muscles. So these are good for our posture, these exercises. So we're going to, remember, tuck our chin in, pull our shoulders back, put our arms up like this, and here we go. Back, 1, we'll just do 10, 2, 3. Now if you don't have fruit juice in your hands, that's fine. Just get the action of this exercise. You can practice it just with your hands empty. 6, 7, 8, 9, remember to breathe, 10. Ah, lovely. Okay, give that a little rest. Now you might be able to hear some Vivaldi in the background from the Four Seasons. Lovely way to start the day. Okay, and I'm rolling my shoulders now. As we just put our weights down, let's just relax and roll our shoulders back and forwards. I'm going to get my bags of rice again, but you don't have to have weights if you don't want to. Tucking my elbows into my sides, and I'm using my external rotators in my shoulders. So we're strengthening our shoulder girdle during these exercises. Now, as you might know, the shoulders are a ball and socket joint, which means they look like that. That's the shoulder complex. So we've got the arm resting on top here, and it moves around a lot. It's a really versatile joint, but it relies a lot on the muscle strength. So when our muscles are not strong, the bones can sit in the wrong place, and that's when we start to get pain. So if you can keep your muscles strong in your shoulder joint, make the complex sit where it should be, so pulling our shoulders back and down, tucking our chin in, you're likely to be able to maintain your shoulder range and reduce the pain. So this is how these kind of exercises can help you align your shoulders to reduce the pain when you're moving and to keep more mobile. So let's just go back to that. So I'm tucking my elbows in, and I'm doing an external rotation of my shoulders. And I just call these exercises the windscreen wiper, just to make it easy. I like to explain to you why we do things. So I hope you're doing these at home with me. I've forgotten to count. Great. Okay, another good shoulder exercise, and we'll just do this one at a time, is this one. So we often forget to strengthen the backs of our shoulders. So we'll just take that back. It's almost like a swimming motion. Just 2 more. Okay, other side. 2, 3, 4, tuck the chin in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Okay, how did you go? Did you happen to grab a bag of rice? Well, you can have that ready for next time. So I'm going to now stand up. I'm going to move my rickety chair over here for the next exercise. So what I'd like to do now is ask my camera assistant to move across here. We're going to do some side stretches and we're going to do some exercises using a wall. So you can do this in your kitchen. You can use your kitchen bench, or if you have a sturdy table that won't move under you, or a handrail, just make yourself safe. This wall is not going to move when I lean on it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to have my, I know that I can rest on this wall if I overbalance. If you are not steady on your feet, you might be better keeping your chair in front of you or something that you can hold onto. So I'll, just for that purpose, I'm going to have my chair there in case I overbalance. So I'm going to make sure I'm close enough to my support that I can feel safe when I do this. So I'm now going to take my hand above my head and I'm going to lean across as far as I can, and I'm going to push into the wall with my hand. I'm getting a nice stretch down this side of my body. I'll just hold that for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have to speak Italian because we're listening to Vivaldi. Okay, now I'm going to turn around and do the other side. So here we go. Just for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great. Now, need it, and I want you to see what I'm doing. But if you have poor balance at home, keep your chair in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands on the wall and I'm going to do some push-ups against the wall. So you see I've made my base of support wider. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. I'm going to put my palms flat on the wall and I'm just bending my elbows and straightening them. So let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we can turn around and we can do those from the back. So we can bend our knees a little and just push into the wall and then push out again. And this is exercising these muscles again. So we'll just do a few of those. Here we go. We'll just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, still holding onto our wall. So now we're going to do some balance exercise because we've got a wall there. We can do that. This is our usual one that we do. So I'm holding onto my wall. You might still have your bench or your chair, just be safe with this one. I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to actually just have a fingertip against the wall, or maybe even take my hand away if I'm confident. So let's count to 10 with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, otto, nove, dieci. Great. Other leg in front. Keeping the body up tall, bend the knees. Uno, due, tre, quattro, cinque, sei, sette, otto, nove, dieci. Bella. Oh, bellissimo. Okay, we've got chairs. Let's use them. So we can do our sitting to stands. Let's just throw a few leg exercises in here while we are nicely set up. So just to get our leg muscles started, we're going to do some sit to stands. Here we go. One. Now remember, if your balance is poor, you could do this exercise using the chair behind and balancing on this one in front. However, I'm going to, for the sake of filming, I'm going to do it this way. Here we go again. This is number 2. Three. 4. 5. Keep going. So why do we do this one? Because this one helps us get out of bed in the morning, and it helps us get on and off the toilet, to and from our dining room table, in and out of our car, on and off the seat of the bus or the train. It helps us stay independent. And I've mentioned before that once you can't do this exercise anymore, if you can't get out of your own chair, that's the end of the independence usually. So that's when you start to need help. Okay, that's enough of that one. Okay, so now I'm going to stand up again. I've got my wall again. I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to do our sideways. I might get my cameraman to come around that angle now. And we're going to do our sideways lifting exercise. So with this one, we can take our feet a bit wider, bend one knee, and take the leg out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should be feeling it in this part of your body. Now, why do we bother with this exercise? It's because it keeps our hips level when we're walking. So let's do the other side. So we're bending the knee slightly and taking it out only about that far, and keep our body up tall. So when we do this exercise, we're strengthening the side hip muscle so that when we take a step, our hips are tall and we don't trip on our own foot when we're walking. 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to set up our safety zone again. I'm going to make sure mine's not wobbling around. Okay, we're going to do some squats. Here we go. So squats are for these muscles here and these muscles here. So set your feet slightly apart, body up tall, and we're going down just until we can feel the heels just trying to lift. So don't try and go too far beyond that. Okay, let's start again, and we're going to count to 10. 1, 2. Notice that I'm holding my hands above my support. If your balance is not so good, then keep a hold onto your support. 5, we get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, what else can we do with that exercise to make it harder? We're going to go on one leg. Okay, now if you can't go on one leg, just keep doing what we did before. If it's safe for you to go on one leg with your support in front of you, then we can do this sort of exercise. Like that. You can have a hold on your chair, or you can take your hand above the chair. So here we go. Let's just do 5 on each leg. This is quite a demanding exercise for you at home. Make sure you're safe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, I lost that one. And 5. Okay, so obviously I need a bit more practice with that one. And maybe you do too. So we're just going to stick with 5 of those today. Let's put our hand on the chair, take the other leg up, and here we go, 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now it's funny, isn't it, how sometimes our left or our right leg might be stronger than the other, and that's just because of a lifetime of habit usually, or else an injury. Now, we can stay in this position and we can do some other leg exercises. So we can put our fingertips or our hand above the chair or hold onto the chair as we need to. So for this one, I'm going to put my hand above the chair just because I want to test my balance, challenge my balance more. So I'm going to just lift my knee up as high as I can. Let's do 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. How are you feeling? Shake it out. Give it a little shake. Relax everything. Maybe you want to give your thighs a bit of a massage. Tell them they've done a good job. Okay. There's some other exercises too. Now, the ones that we've just done are our bending sort of exercises for our hips. But what I'd like to do are some stretching out or extending exercises for our hips, because they're usually the ones that people find more challenging as we age. So, you know, when we're walking and we take a step, you'll notice that our hip has to extend to push into the floor and get us a nice step length for the next step. So this exercise helps us to take a decent sized step. When we lose strength in our hip extensor muscles, we tend to walk like this. You can see I'm not really doing much here at the hip, am I? So a nice, youthful looking spring in your step involves having a nice hip extension, like that. See, the angle there is different. Okay, so this exercise will help you achieve that. So I'm going to hold on to my chair and I'm going to just keep this leg straight. So not bent, that's a different exercise. Just a straight knee. And we're going to push back through the heel. So you'll feel it tighten here on your bottom muscle. So here we go. 10 of those. 1, 2. And you see I'm not going back very far. 3, 4. If I go back too far, I end up bending my spine, using extra muscles that we're not really targeting. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, other side. So I might turn my chair around just so you can see that I'm doing the other side, but you don't have to turn your chair around. Here we go, standing up tall again. And again, if it hurts you to take your weight on one leg, just bend the knee slightly and that will alleviate that pressure. Here we go. 1, keeping our legs straight and pushing back through the heel. 2, 3, 4. And if you want to add the balance component, that was 5, you can actually take your hands above and make it quite a lot harder. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great. So that exercise, humble as it is, will help you look younger when you walk. The other exercise that's really good for making you have a more youthful appearance when you walk is this one. So this one is for the calves. This is what they call heel raises in the Otago exercise program. And it's just a matter of going up as high as you can on your toes and lifting the heels up off the floor like that. So let's do a few of those. This may be difficult if you've had a stroke or an injury in your ankle, but give it a go. Here we go. We're going to do 10. And again, we can lift our hands up above our support to get a balance component. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Okay. So another thing we can do, sometimes people put in a little heel rock at the end of this one, so they might roll up like that. And this is okay. This is good for keeping your feet flexible and limbering them up, stretching through there. See if you can do it that way. That's just a little variation that you might like to try sometime. Okay, I think we might have done about 10 of those. Now, I think that we will practice some eye exercises to finish off. This is a little bit of practice that you may not often encounter in an exercise group, but our eyes have muscles too. So, gaze into my eyes and just imagine that you are looking at a clock face. So, well, my face is a clock. Or you can just imagine there's a clock in front of you, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm now looking at the middle of the clock, and I'm going to keep my head perfectly straight and still. I'm going to bring my eyes up towards the 12, and then down towards the 6. So we're going to move through each of the numbers. We're going to find their pair number. So 12 is the pair with 6. They're a pair, just because they're on the opposite end of the clock, you know what I mean. Okay, so here we go. 12, 6. 1. So what's the pair for 1? This is a little cognitive exercise as well. 7, isn't it? So the 1 down to 7. 1, 7. Now we'll go 2. What's the next one? What's the pair with 2? Of course it's 8. 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 8. And you can tell me the next one at home. What's the next one? Yes, it's 3. 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, 9. Are you keeping your head still? Now 4, 10, 4 to 10, 4 to 10. One more, 4 to 10, 5 to 11, 5 to 11, 5, up to number 11, down to number 5, up to 11 again. Okay, come back to the middle. Now we're going to go up to the 12, and we're going to go 12 right now. It'll look opposite for you because I'll look like I'm going anti-clockwise, but just go 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll just do around the clock, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. So I'm looking at the 12 and I'm taking my eyes slowly around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now I'm going the other way. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's great. So now I'm just going to get you to put your fingers on your eyes, give them a little press, take a deep breath, and let it out. And let your fingers off the eyes and relax. And just take a moment to listen to the sounds wherever you are. And even though you might be alone at home, you're not really. We're all connected, and we're connected right now on this little video. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining in the exercises. We'll see you again on Monday at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And have a great time until then. Bye.